In the silent corridors of the cosmos, something ancient is stirring. A pulse, a vibration, a frequency that moves not through sound, but through soul. For eons, humanity has wandered beneath the stars, searching for the doorway between worlds, the place where endings meet beginnings, where time folds upon itself and consciousness remembers what it has always been. And now, the doorway opens again. 10. 10th of October 10th, 2025. A mirror in time, a code in the fabric of existence, the alignment of light and matter, of destiny and design. You can feel it, can't you? The restless current under your skin, the dreams that feel more real than daylight. The strange pull to release what you've outgrown, as if something greater is calling you forward. Because it is. The universe is breathing you awake. Solar winds are whispering messages through magnetic fields. The geometry of light is rearranging the lattice of consciousness itself. And within this storm of illumination, a single truth rises. This is not the end. This is the beginning, again. The 1010 Rebirth portal has begun to open. The cosmic reset point of the soul, the silent alignment of stars and spirit, the threshold between who you were and who you are becoming. It is the day when the unseen becomes seen, when the vibration of the old dissolves and the blueprint of a new consciousness emerges. Prepare your heart, still your mind, because when the clock strikes this 10th day of the 10th month, the frequencies of rebirth will sweep through every field, every atom, every dreamer ready to rise. You are not witnessing a cosmic event. You are participating in it. Because the portal is not in the sky, it is within you. This is the 1010 Rebirth portal of 2025. The moment of remembrance, the moment of return, the moment of awakening. There are moments in time when the invisible becomes visible, when the pulse of the universe aligns with the rhythm of human consciousness. Moments when time itself seems to breathe, expanding, contracting, whispering an ancient language only the awakened can hear. And now, we stand before one of those moments. The 1010 portal of 2025. A day not marked by mere numbers, but by vibrations, frequencies, alignments. A harmonic resonance between the cosmos and the consciousness that perceives it. The universe, vast and ancient, does not measure time as we do. To the stars, every cycle is eternal return, an endless loop of creation and dissolution. But to us, each cycle is a chance, a sacred invitation to begin again. October 10th, 2025, 10/10, a mirror, a portal, a reflection of completion and renewal. In numerology, 10 is the number of divine cycles, the moment when the old gives way to the new. 1 symbolizes creation. 0 represents infinite potential. Together, they are the universal breath, the exhale of endings, the inhale of beginnings. And when the numbers repeat, when 10 mirrors itself, the energy doubles, amplifies, and reverberates across both physical and spiritual planes. This is what the ancients called the gateway of rebirth, the alignment of completion and renewal when the universe opens a door for consciousness to evolve. For centuries, civilizations across the world have spoken of such moments. The Mayans called them time portals, energetic windows, when human destiny recalibrates. In Vedic cosmology, they are seen as tithis of divine synchronization, moments when the cycles of the moon and the energy of the soul align. Modern astrophysics, too, now acknowledges a curious truth. The geometry of space-time itself seems to respond to periodic harmonics, resonant patterns where electromagnetic activity peaks, influencing the very biofield of Earth. The 1010 portal of 2025 emerges within such a field. It coincides with the Sun crossing into a higher magnetic phase, with solar flares that ripple through the heliosphere, subtle, invisible waves that reach our atmosphere, our nervous systems, and even our thoughts. What our ancestors called light codes, or downloads, are, in scientific terms, geomagnetic impulses, bursts of energy interacting with our planet's magnetic field. But beyond the physics lies the metaphysics. Because these energies don't just affect the planet, they affect you. You are not separate from the cosmos. Your DNA carries the same atomic elements forged in the hearts of ancient stars. Your heartbeat echoes the Schumann resonance, the frequency of Earth's electromagnetic field, and your consciousness. That field of awareness beyond neurons and chemistry is woven into the very quantum fabric of space-time. So when a cosmic alignment like the 1010 portal occurs, you feel it not as an external event, but as an internal awakening. Vivid dreams, sudden clarity, emotional purges, the need to release old attachments, old versions of yourself. These are not random, they are signals. If you've made it this far, don't forget to subscribe for daily cosmic insights, astrology updates, and spiritual guidance, because the universe always has a message for you. Indicators that your energetic blueprint is synchronizing with a higher field of consciousness, the field that the 1010 vibration represents. If you've felt restless, emotional, nostalgic, or deeply reflective in these days leading to October 10th, you're not alone. The collective field of humanity is shifting. From a scientific lens, this can be observed through changes in global electromagnetic activity, solar radiation levels, and the collective emotional data patterns that researchers track across digital and social systems. From a spiritual lens, it is seen as a mass awakening, a reset of human energy grids where billions of souls are being invited to release density and embody light. This is why so many refer to it as the Rebirth portal, because rebirth is not just a spiritual metaphor, it's a neurological, emotional, and cellular reality. When you let go of fear, grief, and resistance, your brain literally rewires itself. Neural pathways shift, hormones balance. Your electromagnetic field, what mystics call your aura, expands and brightens. You become coherent with the frequency of renewal. In this coherence, strange things begin to happen. Synchronicities accelerate. You think of someone and they call. You dream something and it manifests. You feel pulled toward new directions, new places, new missions, new versions of yourself. This is the magic of the 1010 energy. Not superstition, but synchronization. A merging of inner and outer realities governed by the law of vibration. That which you hold within will be mirrored without. October 10th is known as the Mirror Day for this reason. Whatever frequency you embody, peace or chaos, love or fear, the universe magnifies it. Your consciousness becomes the projector, reality becomes the screen. And so the question emerges. What will you project? Will you carry the patterns of the past, the cycles of pain, doubt, and limitation, into another year of your story? Or will you use this cosmic reset to rewrite the script? The 1010 portal is not merely a doorway in the sky. It is a state of resonance, a moment when the frequency of Earth matches the frequency of renewal within the human heart. When we say the portal is open, it is symbolic of this synchronization. Astrophysically, the Earth's magnetic field is more permeable during solar alignment periods, meaning energetic exchange between our planet and cosmic radiation increases. Spiritually, it means that our capacity to receive and integrate higher consciousness expands. It's as if the veil between dimensions becomes translucent, not gone, but thinner, and through that translucency, insight flows. You remember who you are beyond form. You remember that you are energy, infinite, evolving, luminous. The number 10 has always been sacred. In Pythagorean mystery schools, it was the symbol of the tetractys, the triangle of creation, representing harmony in all dimensions. 10 encompasses all single digits, implying totality. In Kabbalistic teachings, it corresponds to the 10 Sephiroth, the 10 emanations through which the divine expresses itself into the material world. In binary code, 10 represents the fundamental shift between one state and another. On and off, yes and no, being and becoming. So, when you encounter 10 out of 10, you are standing between states, the threshold of transformation. One foot in what was, one in what could be. And here is the deeper truth. Every threshold demands a release. You cannot carry the old energy into the new field. You cannot ascend while anchored by the weight of outdated stories. The universe is whispering, let go. Let go of who you think you are so you can become who you were meant to be. In the next 48 hours surrounding October 10th, 2025, the energy intensifies. For some, this may feel like pressure, emotional turbulence, fatigue, heightened sensitivity. But remember, this is not punishment, it is purification. Just as a diamond is formed under pressure, your soul is refined by the friction of transformation. Each wave of emotion is energy leaving your system, making space for clarity. And as the energy clears, a new coherence emerges. Scientists at institutions like the HeartMath Institute call this heart-brain synchronization. When your electromagnetic field becomes ordered, aligning emotion and thought in harmony. Mystics call it alignment with Source. Different words, same truth. Because when you enter that state, your body, mind, and soul function as one harmonic unit, a receiver and transmitter of divine intelligence. That is the true purpose of this 1010 Rebirth portal, to synchronize the circuitry of the human being with the higher architecture of universal intelligence. You may feel drawn to solitude. You may crave silence, grounding, nature. This is natural, because your system knows what it needs to integrate the influx of light. Light here does not mean photons alone. It means information. Every cosmic wave, every electromagnetic pulse carries data. Patterns that your subtle body decodes and translates into awareness. This is why sudden insights, creative bursts, and realizations often occur during portal days. The veil thins, the data flows, consciousness expands, and as you receive, you also release, shedding layers of identity, outdated beliefs, inherited fears. You are reborn not in body, but in vibration. Many describe this as the DNA activation process, an awakening of dormant strands of consciousness encoded within your cells. While this may sound mystical, modern genetics reveals something similar. Over 90% of our DNA was once labeled junk, yet recent discoveries suggest it functions as a dynamic information field responsive to frequency, sound, light, emotion, intention. When you raise your vibration, when you dwell in coherence, gratitude, and love, your DNA's electromagnetic field literally changes shape. It begins to resonate with higher harmonics, amplifying cellular repair, mental clarity, and intuition. This is not fantasy, it's quantum biology, and it's the science behind what ancient mystics intuitively practiced. The 10/10 portal is an amplifier of such states. It's a cosmic tuning fork, helping you calibrate your internal field to the frequency of higher awareness. So, how do you align with this energy consciously? Not by striving or forcing, but by listening, by remembering that you are not separate from this shift. You are part of its design. Take a moment, breathe deeply, and imagine light, golden, radiant, descending through your crown, traveling down your spine, grounding into the earth. Visualize yourself as a conduit, a bridge between heaven and earth, spirit and matter. Feel your heartbeat sync with the pulse of the planet. Feel gratitude, not as thought, but as frequency. Gratitude stabilizes your energy field. It anchors the new codes. It tells the universe, I am ready, ready to release, ready to rise, ready to begin again. Some will ask, is this all just symbolism? And perhaps, on one level, it is. But symbols are the language of the subconscious, the interface between mind and matter. When billions of people focus on the same moment, the same intention, the same vibration, it creates a measurable effect in the collective field. That's not just spirituality, that's physics. The observer effect, magnified across a planetary consciousness. What you focus on expands. And when collective focus converges on renewal, healing, and unity, the field shifts. This is why global meditation movements, energy portals, and synchronized awareness days have tangible outcomes. Reduction in global stress data, shifts in random number generators, even drops in violence or anxiety patterns. So imagine the power of this 10 out of 10 portal, millions aligning to one idea: rebirth, completion, renewal, awakening. The resonance builds like a symphony, every heart a note, every soul a vibration. And as it crescendos, the old frequencies, fear, division, despair, begin to dissolve. This is the meaning of the great reset of consciousness. Not the collapse of civilization, but the awakening of civilization. Not destruction, but reconfiguration. The birth of a new way of perceiving. Humanity stands on the edge of that realization now. Our technology is accelerating, our science expanding, yet our hearts are remembering something older, something infinite. We are remembering that we are not observers of the cosmos. We are the cosmos, experiencing itself through form. Every cell in your body contains the memory of stars. Every thought you think sends ripples through the quantum field. Every act of love rewrites reality's geometry in subtle ways science is only beginning to grasp. This is the true essence of the 1010 energy, the fusion of cosmic science and sacred consciousness. The realization that awakening is not an escape from the material world, but its illumination. So, as October 10th dawns, let this be your affirmation. I release the old with gratitude. I welcome the new with trust. I align with the frequency of creation itself. Feel it, say it, live it. Because this portal is not outside you, it is within you, within every heartbeat, every breath, every spark of awareness that calls you home to yourself. You are the rebirth the universe has been waiting for. You are the 10 out of 10 portal made flesh. And as you awaken, so does the world.